The longer the game goes on, I think the frustration will obviously rub off onto the players as well.
As you pointed out earlier, the key for Sunderland is not to concede a goal.
Concede.
Don't concede. Don't concede.
Play your way into the game.
The Sunderland team: Roofs, Hume, Michele, Alderete, Masuaku, Lefay, Sadiki, Adinga, Traore, Xhaka and Isidore. Manchester United, it's Lomans, De Ligt, Yoro and Shaw, Dalot, Casemiro, Fernandes, Ahmad and Bumo, Mount and Sesko. The substitutes for Manchester United this afternoon: Biende, Dorgu, Heaven, Leon, Maguire, Mainu, Agate, Cunha and Xerxes. Manchester United, of course, in their red shirts, white shorts, black socks. Is Ahmad with his socks up, tucked, well, they go up over his knees, underneath the shorts. Can't see any flesh on Ahmad's legs as he comes to the touchline here. Sunderland in their blue shirts, white shorts and blue socks, you know, this afternoon.
Let's not take away, you know, for the Sunderland players, you know, the likes of Lefay, you know, Wilson, Isidore, the likes of Andretti, McCain. Listen, these are the games that they've been looking forward to come and play at Old Trafford. You know, we've overlooked that. It's a great achievement for him. You know, you Trey Hume. You know, it's fantastic to go out there.
I spoke to Shemsdean Talby after the game at Forest last week, and I said to him, well, this, you know, games at Old Trafford are what, as a young boy, you probably grew up dreaming of. And he went, oh no, I've played in big stadiums before. He sort of dismissed that one out of hand, straight out of hand. Well, okay. No, I've played in big stadiums before. The players at the moment, the Manchester United players, are in the half to our left as we look down from the main stand here, looking across to the Sir Alex Ferguson stand. They're going to change ends, just as I've said that. Referees has blown, and Sunderland's players are heading down towards the Stretford end now, and the Manchester United players heading the other way, and they're going to line up, they're going to ring the centre circle, of course, ahead of that minute's silence before the game.
On Thursday, Manchester experienced a shocking attack which led to the death of 2 people and injured several others in the heat of Mount Senegal. Today, the 2 people got victims and injured several others in the heat of Mount Senegal affected. Please join us in a moment of silence, which will begin and end on the referee's whistle.
Well, that was observed in the manner of which you'd hope and expect. The weather has changed again this afternoon. The wind has dropped. There is a breeze, but it's nothing like the wind of earlier on today, and nothing like the rain earlier today as well, which at times, driving over the M62 and Saddleworth Moor, you could barely see the car in front. Big queues as well around Leeds ahead of the Leeds-Tottenham game that took place earlier this afternoon, and the players here ready to go. Sunderland are going to kick off as we look down from the main stand. Sunderland playing from left to right in their blue and white against the red and whites of Manchester United, and Ruben Amorim crouching in his grey tracksuit at the edge of his technical area. I hope he looks around when he steps back, because otherwise he's going to just fall off the pitch. As Xhaka gets the game underway this afternoon for Sunderland, pushing the ball back to Roofs in his green. A big kick hangs in the air for a moment up towards the centre of the Manchester United half. De Ligt heads the ball away. It drops out here off Mason Mount, or is it Dalot? It's Dalot, who's gone to the left.
Left wing back.
Yeah, and Ahmad is playing right wing back.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. So they've switched Dalot across to this left-hand side. The ball drops to Siddiqui, Hume. Siddiqui on the halfway line, on the touch line between the two coaches. The ball goes out for a Manchester United throw on this left-hand side. Dalot will take this just a few yards from Regis Lebris, who's wearing his black coaching coat today. It's not the warmest of afternoons, but it is dry now and the sun is shining again. Mason Mount on the left, looking to try and get the ball to Benjamin Sesko, but whipped off him by Xhaka and played right back up into the Manchester United half. Out comes the goalkeeper Lumans, the Belgian 23-year-old, signed from Royal Antwerp in the summer in dark grey. Away to our right, there's quite a relationship, isn't there, between Manchester United and Royal Antwerp over the years, and many young Manchester United players loaned to the Belgians. The ball played out to Ahmad on the right, back behind him. It's swept away down that right touchline, but won back by Sunderland, and it's swept in by Musuaku. A chase for Traore, but it's going to bounce away from him and go behind for a goal kick. Traore is trying to indicate with his right arm how he wanted it played. It didn't quite come off for Sunderland.
It's going to be interesting, Adingra against Euro. You know, Euro for me is not the quickest.
Lenny Euro, is he only 19?
Yeah, he's only 19.
The Frenchman.
It's important that he gets at him.
He's in this afternoon, the former Lille player.
And Bumo's playing as a 10, isn't he? He's playing off Sesko.
Sesko, the 6'5" Slovenian international, signed from RB Leipzig in the summer. And here down the left is Adingra, trying to slip the ball inside to Siddiqui, trying to get the ball back to Adingra. He's got the ball, dug it out from Yoro's feet, but it's led to a throw in the end for Sunderland on the far side, at the foot of the Sir Alex Ferguson stand. We're in the third minute. It's 0-0 here at Old Trafford. Siddiqui pushing it back to Masuaku, back again on halfway to Alderete, wide on the left-hand side. And Sunderland coming through, trying to slip the ball through here towards Adingra at the edge of the penalty area. He manages to twist and turn, and now a chase down the left to the goal line. It's pulled back towards Traore. He's missed it. He should have side-footed it home. Adingra's pass was it's offside.
He should have scored.
But Traore should have had that in the back of the net. How did he not make proper contact with that luscious ball played back in?
Yeah, and that's where I'm showing the space behind Euro.
Yes. The replay now. It was a narrow, I think it's a narrow offside. I don't think there was much in it. Adingra pulling it right back. It's very, very narrow. But how he didn't make contact with that properly is beyond me. Whistle's blown.
Free kick.
Xhaka caught in the middle of the Sunderland half. Wilson Isidore is having a word with Adingra, looking as though he's trying to say, look, we need to be a bit narrower. Is that what he's trying to say?
But saying that, you know, Ahmed's great going forward. He's not the best defender though, is he?
No. Never saw him as a right wing back really, but there you go. Here's Yoro trying to head the ball away. It's picked up in the middle by Casemiro, and it's played up towards the edge of the Sunderland penalty area, but the flag is up, and the ball played out to Hume on the right-hand side. 0-0, these opening minutes of the game.
Luke O'Nien warmed up.
Luke O'Nien on the bench, just standing and hands on his hips and his bib at the edge of the pitch, watching events unfold here at Old Trafford.
Great experience for him as well, isn't it, Luke O'Nien?
Yeah. And again this week, Regis Lebris emphasising that the leadership group is basically Granit Xhaka and Luke O'Nien. They're the influences in the dressing room, if you like. The ball with Enzo Lefebvre, at the edge of the centre circle. Leaves it now for Mukiele. He gets it out to Hume on this right-hand side. Taps it on now to Traore, wide on the right, on the touchline. And he's got Dalot in front of him. It's come back to Xhaka, back again to Mukiele. Mukiele onto Xhaka. Xhaka out to Hume on this right-hand side. Into Traore. Siddiqui close by, slips it back inside. Ran away from Trey Hume. Played out to Fernandez, who sweeps it away to Ahmad on the right. Ahmad now, head down, running at Masuaku. He's still slipping it through now to Mbumo. He turns in the penalty area, but it's knocked off his feet by Masuaku.
Good defending, and that's what we've got to be wary of.
He's almost got through there. Mbumo was looking to twist. He was almost going to do an Isidore, but Sunderland managed to get the ball away.
Yeah, we've talked about Ahmed. He's not best defensively. You know, we can say he just plays in that. He sort of cheats, doesn't he? But he's an outlet for Man United.
Regis Fabrice he's ushered Luciano Vulcano to him, having a word. That's something that's clearly worried him early on. 0-0. We're in the 7th minute here at Old Trafford. We're live on BBC Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds. As the ball comes up to Lenny Yoro, the 19-year-old French centre-back, in for Harry Maguire this afternoon. Adingra is trying to weave his way through, but it's cleared to Mbumo. Ahmad just behind him, inside then to Casemiro. Back behind him, it's laid off out to the left to Luke Shaw. And then Dalot down that left-hand side. Dalot back to Shaw. And then De Ligt, and De Ligt to Yoro. Just inside the Manchester United half still. Wind picking up again here. Ruben Amorim pacing about, hands deep in his tracksuit trouser pockets. Back to De Ligt, now to Yoro. Still just inside the Manchester United half. On down that right to Casemiro, wide to Ahmad. Ahmad trying to drift inside. He's got Masuaku, he's got Mbumo to his right. Masuaku watches the ball coming to Mount, and Mount scores. Mason Mount in the 8th minute brought it down on his right foot and drives it into the bottom right corner. Manchester United lead by a goal to 0.
Yeah, good goal, good finish, and again Mbumo. Ahmad involved there. He's got it in. He's got to get tighter to Mason Mount. He had a lot of time there to bring the ball down and get his shot away. And that's the last thing what Sunderland needed, to concede early in the game, and that's what we talked about.
Yeah, you've made that point, that they can't afford to concede early. They have conceded early. 8th minute, Manchester United lead by a goal to 0. And Mbumo's cross dropped onto the left foot of Mount, brought it down onto his right, and he's driven it into the bottom right corner.
Yeah, and the concern was how much time he had, you know, to control it, but also to get his shot away.
Yeah.
Case of character now.
It is a test.
You know, we've got to stick at it.
The perfect start for Ruben Amorim. That's what he was looking for. At the other end, it's Manchester United defending, no free kick as Traore went down. But Sunderland now have got it all to do here at Old Trafford, where they've only won once in 31 previous attempts. Fernandez back to the keeper. Isidore goes to put some pressure on Lomans. It's one in the centre circle by Alderete from Seshko to Granit Xhaka, and out then to Adingra on the left. He's dribbling at Yoro, but is tackled by Ahmad. Adingra fouls Ahmad. Free kick to Manchester United. So Mason Mount's goal, the difference between the two sides at the moment in the 10th minute of the game. Dalot on this left-hand side plays it all the way back to De Ligt. De Ligt to Yoro. Up towards Mbumo. Behind him is Casemiro, suspended for the game at Brentford last week. De Ligt in the middle of the 3. Luke Shaw to his left, the 30-year-old England defender. He just, with his socks rolled down, plays it back to De Ligt, and now Yoro, and wide again to Ahmad on the touchline, on halfway, inside to Casemiro, back to Yoro, and Yoro dribbling forwards, plays it back again now to De Ligt. And Manchester United have got something to hold on to now.
Yeah, indeed.
Out to Mason Mount, forwards to Dalot, back inside to Casemiro on halfway. Mount, the goal scorer, pushes it back to Luke Shaw, and De Ligt plays a ball high up over the top, bounces through to Robin Ruffs, and out to Alderete at the left corner of the Sunderland penalty area at the Stretford end of Old Trafford. Michele's coming out with the ball now on this right-hand side, back to Ruffs. I do have this never say die attitude, Sunderland. I don't think it'll let them, having conceded, hopefully they won't buckle under that. They tend to sort of dig in, knuckle down.
Indeed.
Find a way back in the game.
Stick to the task.
Yeah. Michele back to Ruffs just outside the Sunderland penalty area. Alderete on the far side. Alderete back to Ruffs. He plays it now to Michele. Enzo Lefebvre is in the middle, playing just behind Isidore. The ball is floated up through the Manchester United penalty area and runs behind for a goal kick to the home team. When they return from the international break, just a simple matter of the game at Anfield against Liverpool for Manchester United.
Oh, easy game.
They're all easy.
All easy, man.
So Senna Lomans, the 23-year-old, 6'4" Belgian keeper, with the kick from the middle of his 6-yard line up through the centre and swinging slightly to the left and out for a throw to Sunderland on the left-hand side. That one win in 31 for Sunderland came on May the 6th, 2014, Seb Larsson scoring the only goal. And Manchester United are looking for their third consecutive home win for the first time since May 2023. Here's Michele on the right. Tried to slip the ball inside, but Fernandez cuts it out, finds Sesko. He gives the ball away to Traore. Lefebvre tries to get it through to Isidore. Well, you could have two fouls there. Lefebvre fouled first, then Isidore, but the free kick's been given for the foul on Enzo Lefebvre, just on this right-hand side, just a few yards short of the halfway line. We're live on BBC Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds this afternoon. We've got full commentary tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock kickoff of Newcastle United against Nottingham Forest. That too will be on BBC Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds with Razor and Ando. Xhaka's going to take this free kick. All the players wearing black armbands, incidentally, this afternoon in respect of the Heaton Lodge attack. As the ball is floated up to Trey Hume, he turned it back into the penalty area, but Shaw gets the ball clear for a throw. Yep.
Long throw.
Michele's coming across to take the long throw for Sunderland. He's offered a towel to dry it off, but he's rejected that. That's very nice of them, isn't it? The ball boy heads back to his seat, and he's replaced the ball it was given on the cone, just at the top of the rise from the pitch side track onto the pitch. Be careful how far you step back here, Michele. It doesn't offer him much of a run-up, does it?
No.
But he nonetheless hurls this in. It's headed away to the edge of the area by Sesko, and now put back across to the left corner of the penalty area by Traore, looking for Enzo Lefebvre, who has Ahmad on his shoulder. Behind is Xhaka. Xhaka drives it into the penalty area. Isidore came up off his head. I don't think he knew much about it. Drops over Mason Mount. A handball by Buchanan, and offside as well. Free kick to Manchester United. It caught Michele on the arm as it bounced up, but the offside flag had come up. Mason Mount's goal, then the difference between the two sides. We played 15 minutes here at Old Trafford. The wind is picking up again, blowing through the press box. sun is out again, and it has been very, very changeable. But I think the forecast was to change around this sort of time in the afternoon. Maybe the wind drop a bit. It's dry, that's the main thing. There's been some very, very heavy rain earlier today, as the ball comes back over the head of De Ligt. He heads it back into the hands of Le Mans. And he's just got Yoro and Shaw either side of him in the penalty area at the moment for Manchester United in their red and white. Adingra comes to put pressure on the goalkeeper. He kicks up through the middle, headed on by Sesko, looking for Mbumo, but Masuaku gets up above, and then a collision between Xhaka and Alderete. He got caught on the head, Xhaka, and the referee Stuart Atwell calls for treatment. Stuart Atwell, who was in charge of Sunderland's game at Ellen Road in February when Leeds beat them 2-1 with that dramatic finish to the game.
Yeah. He needs treatment, doesn't it? No, he's all right.
He's fine. Xhaka's back up on his feet. Referee's having a word with him.
Oof.
And
what's he doing now? The referee's ordering him to go off.
They've allowed the physio on, but he's having to come off with Xhaka to the side of the pitch. I'm just going to get a cursory assessment, I think.
He's got to wait 30 seconds to get back on.
Yeah, he has to wait now to come back on. Ball dropped by the referee at Ruff's feet. Sesko went to close him down, but backs off now. And a kick from Robin Ruffs floats up over the halfway line, drops on the head of Casemiro. Strong header right through back to Ruffs at the edge of the area. 18th minute, Manchester United 1, Sunderland 0. Here's Alderete, floats one up over the top, trying to get through on that left-hand side of the penalty area. Dingra, well, he's hooked it high in the air. Traore brings it down. Lafay is just behind him. It bounces off his hand. Referees let play go on. Masuaku crosses, and it's got to bounce away and go for a throw at the corner flag.
It's got to be better quality in from him.
Dalot will take this. Diogo Dalot, the Portuguese wing-back. He needs some support. Nobody's offering it at the moment. He's going to have to try and throw this quite long down the touchline. Looking for Sesko. Enzo Lafay finds it first and plays it back to Alderete on the right side of the centre circle. He lays it off to Mukiele. Ball boy rescues a ball off the edge of the pitch before it rolled back on. Places it on the cone. Traore is tackled from behind. He looks for the free kick. He's not going to get it by Dalot's challenge. Now Mount tried to slip it through to Mbumo, but it's Alderete it goes through to. And now on to Siddiqui. It rolled off his feet, and Ahmad's got the ball. Siddiqui's leaning into him. Ahmad's held him off, and now Adingra pushes him off the pitch. And it's a throw to Sunderland. No foul.
I think we've seen a lot of that this season with the referees. They're letting things go.
And the ball with Arthur Masuaku on halfway, on the left-hand side, with this throw for Manchester United. The wind has picked up considerably, actually, in the last few minutes. I'm watching the flags on the top of the Sir Alex Ferguson stand, blowing quite vigorously. Enzo Lafay, well, he's managed to get the ball behind him to Xhaka, Xhaka to Mukiele, and now out to Hume on this right-hand side. Hume curls the ball to the back of the penalty area. He was looking for Isidore, but it's cleared by Fernandez. And now Sesko, but Mukiele stabbed his foot in. It's come back to Casemiro, across on the right to Yoro, and Siddiqui goes to close him down. The Frenchman gets the ball inside to Casemiro. Back to the goalkeeper again for Manchester United. Left for Luke Shaw. Shaw back to the keeper. Traore goes to put pressure on Le Mans, who gets the ball up over the halfway line. Drops to Mukiele, who calmly gets it out to Hume. Amorim's getting quite animated down at the edge of his technical area. But his side lead 1-0. Here's Hume, slips it through the legs of Dalot. No foul on Traore by Luke Shaw, says Stuart Atwell. Traore's pleading now with the assistant. Can't believe that decision. And Shaw on to Casemiro. Fernandez up to the halfway line. Sesko, and Xhaka pushes Fernandez over, out to Ahmad on the right. He's running in towards the corner of the penalty area, onto his left foot, shoots, it is palmed away, punched away by Roofs. But Ahmad, we know what he's capable of.
Yeah.
Good save by
Roofs.
Roofs.
He's going to do, but you can't do nothing about it.
No.
He likes to cut in onto his left.
Roofs making a fairly comfortable save, really, from Ahmad. It's come all the way back up the other end now in the 21st minute. Bounces away from Mason Mount, who scored the only goal of the game so far, the England international. That came in the 8th minute. We're now in the almost in the 22nd minute, almost halfway through the first half here at Old Trafford. And Hume with a throw on this right-hand side, deep in the Sunderland half. It's left to Mukiele to take this, rather than Hume now. Mukiele trying to get it up towards the halfway line. Luke Shaw nods it down. Traore gets a foot to it. Xhaka trying to get it through to Adingra in the middle, but it's won back by Manchester United. Casemiro to Ahmad. Ahmad slips it back inside to Casemiro, and then back again here to De Ligt. And now Yoro up to Mbumo, who holds off Siddiqui. Away goes Mbumo, leaves the ball for Ahmad on the right-hand side. Ahmad coming towards the corner, a couple of step-overs at the edge of the corner of the penalty area. Mbumo shot, and Roofs goes down again to make the save, and a throw for Manchester United.
Yeah, you can see where Man United's danger are. He's on that right-hand side, Mbumo and Ahmad, and they link together.
So Roofs called upon twice in 2 minutes to make saves. 1-0, the rain pours down again. Long throw in from Dalot. It's pushed out to the edge of the area. A shot from Casemiro is cleared by Masuaku, but not fully, because Mbumo has put it back into Sesko, and then it's stabbed away again by Xhaka, but Fernandez pushes it all the way back through Luke Shaw to Le Mans at the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. The rain driving down here heavily. To Shaw, the ball is pushed out on this left-hand side.
Sorry, Nick, you've just got to be aware of where Ahmed is. He's just hugging the line in.
He does, and suddenly he whips inside, a couple of step-overs, and before you know it, Regis Lebris has put his hood up. It's blowing into the stand. I'm told the leak has not been fixed over in the far corner, where it's notoriously, the rain pours through into the stand here.
It's a foul, isn't it?
A foul on Trey Hume, wide on the right inside the Sunderland half. Free kick to Sunderland. Mukiele takes it back to Robin Roofs, pushes it to Alderete, just in front of the D, to Mukiele again, and Mukiele now up towards the halfway line, leaving it for Hume. Mount tries to stab it away, but Hume has got it back to Roofs. Roofs in his green, Sunderland in their blue and white. BBC Radio Newcastle, 24 minutes played, Manchester United 1, Sunderland 0. Here's Roofs again in the middle of the Sunderland half. Alderete, longer ball,
he's going to run through
floated too much over Wilson Isidore, back to the Manchester United keeper, who rolls it to Luke Shaw, back to Le Mans, and with his left swings it up to the halfway line, looking for Mbumo. It's in the air from Alderete, and then Sesko bounces away from Enzo Lefebvre. Mount found Fernandez, Ahmad and Mbumo inside of him. Ahmad's made a run, Mbumo has got away from Siddiqui, and Brian Mbumo crosses, looking for Sesko. It drops though for Dalot. He couldn't control it properly, but pulled it back to Mason Mount, and now to Fernandez, who's trying to call it in the top corner, and Roofs, and across the face of goal. It's played across by Ahmad, and it's run behind for a goal kick, and Sunderland breathing again.
I'll tell you what,
hearts and mouths for just a moment.
And where does the danger come from? That right-hand side again. It's a great delivery in. But again, Bruno, excellent technique. And he's come off the crossbar.
I think Russ, did he get a touch to it?
If he has, it's been a fantastic save. I think you just think that, is it Ahmed should have scored with a rebound?
Yeah, the rebound's trying to head it back across the face of goal, and Mount was just a yard short of it to stab it home in the empty net. 1-0, Manchester United still lead. Sunderland have, well, lived a little bit precariously the last few minutes. Here's Ahmad again, down the right-hand side, again trying to weave his way in. Finally tackled at the corner of the penalty area by Siddiqui, but here comes a wave of red shirts again and a corner to Manchester United.
Yeah, the problems is on that right-hand side with Ahmed and Mbeumo. They're causing us numerous problems. You know, Ahmed does look sharp, and then Mbeumo.
Well, Mbeumo's going to take the corner on the right, the Cameroonian international. Plenty of red shirts inside the penalty area. Shaw and Ahmad standing just outside the box.
To concede a second goal, Nick. We've just got to concentrate here.
Yeah.
No free headers.
So Mbeumo with his left foot from the right side. This first Manchester United corner. In it comes low, actually it's not the best. It was aimed for Casemiro, but Sunderland managed to get it clear. And now pressure on Ahmad, where he's twisted away from Isidore quite calmly, because a mistake there would have been costly for Manchester United. And Fernandes back to Le Mans, the Manchester United goalkeeper. It's Fernandes to his left now at the edge of the penalty area, out to De Ligt, and that back to Yoro. Yoro just outside the penalty area on the right-hand side into Casemiro. And the Brazilian trying to get the ball to Mbeumo, who's fouled, and a free kick to Manchester United. On the right side of their midfield, which
I'm not too worried about this left-hand side. It's the right-hand side.
Where that's where it's Mbeumo and Ahmad are causing the problems. De Ligt to Casemiro, and again trying to find Ahmad just inside the Sunderland half, chests it down and inside to Casemiro on the halfway line, back to Ahmad on that right touch line. Siddiqui in front of him, he rolls it back to Casemiro. Casemiro switches the ball across to the left wing, looking for Dalot, but Hume has headed it out. It's a throw then to Manchester United, halfway inside the Sunderland half, which is taken by Dalot back to Shaw, and Shaw back again to De Ligt. And De Ligt slips it to Yoro, closed down by Adingra, out to Ahmad on the right wing, inside to Mbeumo, who's fouled by Alderete.
He's going to get
a yellow card for Alderete.
Yeah. You know, the link-up play between them two.
Just pulled him down, didn't
he?
They're problematic, those two, no question. Mbeumo and Ahmad. Ruben Amorim still pacing about at the edge of his technical area. Regis Lebris is taking his seat in the dugout. The ball back with De Ligt here. Now Luke Shaw to his left and wide to Dalot. Hume goes to close, slipped inside to Casemiro, then to Fernandes. And back to Shaw, out for a throw off the head of Trey Hume. Dalot comes down, whips a ball off one of the yellow cones at the edge of the pitch. And down the line, headed on by Mount to Mbeumo. But Mukiele brings it down for Xhaka, who just lifts it over Sesko, back to Hume, heads it on to Siddiqui, and Mbeumo intercepts in the middle. Casemiro out to Ahmad on the right. Ahmad, Yoro's gone into the penalty area, calls for the ball, it's played to him. Xhaka turns it away, it's going to roll towards the corner flag, and eventually out for a throw to Manchester United. Just a yard or so from the corner.
A long throw.
Dalot's going to take it. We're in the we've played a half an hour, Manchester United leading by that Mason Mount goal after 8 minutes. The sun shines again here at Old Trafford. We're in the shadows, the Stretford end, that half of the pitch, in the shade.
This.
Here's the throw from Dalot. Drops to Sesko, who scores. Just dropped onto his right foot and he dinks it into the corner. And Manchester United lead in the 31st minute, 2-0.
You've got to defend it better than what we are doing, Nick.
He would just, nobody made an approach to him, did they? And Benjamin Sesko just taps it home.
Yeah, you've got to win the first ball. You know, if you haven't, then you've got to react to the second one. Too easy.
He's only yards out. And the players, Sunderland players, gather together in the middle of the half now for a conversation.
United's goal scored by number 30, Benjamin Sesko.
So 2-0.
Yeah, you've got to attack the ball.
So now they've got some work to do, Sunderland, if
Yeah.
they didn't have any to do beforehand. Trey Hume did try and get in front of Sesko, but it was nodded down onto his right foot, and from 6 yards he just tapped it home.
You know, you look at the 2 goals which conceded, and Lebris wouldn't be happy with him.
Well, from Sesko's point of view, it was almost effortless, wasn't it? He didn't really have to do a great deal.
No.
Here's Traore. Managed to get it away from Mount, back to Alderete. It's a big ask for Sunderland to come back from 2-0 down here as Musuaku crosses, looking for Traore, tried to get his head on the end of it. It bounces through to Le Mans. He kicks long, looking for Mbumo. Mukele heads the ball away to the right. And does he keep it in? No, he doesn't. It's a throw to Manchester United on the left.
You know, as well as Mukele and Alderete have done in the heart of defence, you just think, you know, especially with them balls coming in, the likes of your Ballard, that's where you miss your Ballard.
Yeah.
The damn Ballards.
He's now with Luke O'Nien standing up and going to take a warm-up. Chris Rigg currently jogging along beside the pitch as Hume rolls down the bank. It's a throw to Manchester United again. Dalot on this left-hand side, so he
deal with it.
Takes a towel. He's going to dry the ball off that's on the cone for a long throw, and they didn't deal with the last one. They've got to deal with this one, Sunderland. 2-0 down in the 33rd minute now.
Get on the toes.
Comes up the bank, Dalot, and hurls it into the 6-yard box. And it actually was chested by Alderete back to Roofs. A nervous moment. I'm not sure if he knew a huge amount about that.
But again, that's where you need your goalkeeper as well. You know, he's got to command his box, push him out.
Traore now down the right to the corner of the Manchester United penalty area, inside to Xhaka. Xhaka paused a moment, then finds Enzo Lefebvre. Lefebvre down the left of the penalty area to Siddiqui. Back again to Musuaku, who crosses into the box looking for Traore, but it's stabbed away, and it'll be kept in by Musuaku. Slipped it away from Ahmad inside and gets it back. Down the left wing now, Adingra. Isidore in the box. It drops for Isidore, trying to back into the defender. In the end, it's knocked to the edge of the area, and Enzo Lefebvre tried to push it through again, and Manchester United again get the ball clear. And down goes Fernandez.
It's going to be a booking.
And it's a booking for Adingra. Is it? Or is it Siddiqui? Yeah, booking for Siddiqui. It's his third booking of the season, actually.
I just thought when the balls come out, why didn't he shoot?
It's almost like they wanted to walk it in, isn't it? There's a conversation. True. I've got a funny feeling Dan Ballard is coming on.
Yeah, it's to do with the balls into the box, Nick. That's what I'm talking about. It's crying out for him to come in, to go and deal with the ball. They're most probably going to go through.
They go through at the back.
Yeah.
Ballard's coming on for Sunderland.
Who do you think will go off? Adingra? I think Adingra will go off.
Adingra's probably the likely sacrifice.
And there again,
because Lafay will go out then.
There again, Sadiqi's already picked up a yellow card. It could be,
could be. But the change is going to be made. Sunderland are 2-0 down. The skies darken again, not just the scoreline. Delict back to the goalkeeper. Isidore goes to close him down. The keeper sweeps the ball up onto the halfway line, and McKaylee heads it out into the Sir Alex Ferguson stand. And Ballard bounces up onto the side of the pitch, stretches his legs, and shakes the hand of Regis de Bries. A change about to be made in the 36th, 37th minute by Sunderland. And Dalot on his left-hand side. Hume in front of him, rolls it on towards Mason Mount, scorer of the first. And then tackled by Hume, the ball out for a throw to Manchester United. They make the change now. Ballard itching to get on, and it will be Adingra. Looks at the skies, I think he knew his number was up.
Yeah, he's unlucky. And that's not because of how he's played.
No, it's just because of what Man United, the problems
we've got to deal with it.
They're causing Sunderland. On comes Dan Ballard. So Hume will be right wing back. Masuaku left wing back. Mbumo chests it down, plays it out to Mount, back to Dalot. Corner of the penalty area on the left, but it's passed out to Xhaka. Now Isidore trying to dribble up to the halfway line, lays the ball off on the left-hand side now to Masuaku. Comes back all the way to Dan Ballard in the middle of the Sunderland half, onto Siddiqui. As the rain comes pouring down again, and Regis de Bries puts his hood back up. Out to Alderete, onto the halfway line, Xhaka taps it back now to Dan Ballard. Ballard rolling it on to Traore, flicking it out to Hume. Traore goes down. Referee stop play.
They're going to book him. You know, you've booked Sunderland players, you've got to book him.
Referee talking to Shaw. Fernandez has interceded on Luke Shaw's behalf, and Stuart Atwell's taking no further action as the rain hammers down again here at Old Trafford. Manchester United lead 2-0. We're in the 38th minute. We're live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Hume and Xhaka over the free kick here. A line of defenders on the 18-yard line. Xhaka taps the ball inside to Siddiqui. On then to Lafay, who hooks it into the penalty area. Mbumo knocks it down to Xhaka, but Manchester United get the ball out to Mount. And now Mbumo is run onto this on the left-hand side. Hume chases him, and Mbumo trying to place it into the path of Sesko, but it bounces to the edge of the area to Robin Roofs. 2-0 still to Manchester United as we approach half-time. Xhaka out to the left to Siddiqui. Still inside the Sunderland half. Back to Alderete, into Dan Ballard. Ballard now on to Hume. Gives the ball straight to Bruno Fernandes. Or Fernandes, as he pronounces his name on the YouTube video that all the players have done of their how to pronounce their names. But as we were talking about in the build-up, we're so used to calling him Fernandes that it's become a thing. As Xhaka heads the ball back up to the edge of the Manchester United penalty area, and Senna Le Mans rolls the ball out to Lenny Yoro, and he's given the ball away to Masuaku. Forwards to Lafay, back to Xhaka. Xhaka just inside the Manchester United half. Plays the ball to Siddiqui. Siddiqui on to Traore. Traore back to Siddiqui on the halfway line, right at the centre circle. Ballard rolls it across to Alderete, and Mbumo goes to close him down. Ahmad's been quiet for the last 10-15 minutes.
Look, with playing three, Lusasaku can go tight on Ahmed now. Especially when you've got a wing back, you can go tight on him.
Rain heavy still. Very heavy dark cloud above Old Trafford. The ball comes back to Dan Ballard. Ploughs on through the rain. Closed down by Sesko, plays it to Michele and up straight into the path of Dalot. Dalot now slips it to his right to Casemiro. Sesko's tackle, the ball falls to Dalot and he puts it over the top on the angle.
Michele's got
give
to
the
do
ball
better.
away in those positions.
That's it. We're getting tested.
Ball at the feet of Michele at the right corner of the 6-yard box from the 41st minute here now. Manchester United leading 2-0. Tapped to Roofs, out to Siddiqui, back to Michele, wide to Trey Hume, and now Siddiqui trying to get it down the wing to Traore. Back with Manchester United, and with Siddiqui, he's got to be careful, he's been booked and he's just pulled Fernandes down right in front of Ruben Amorim. 40 years old, Ruben Amorim, his 50th Manchester United match in charge. His team leading 2-0. Shaw has come forwards to take the free kick on this left-hand side in the Sunderland half. Straight down to Michele, who plays it back up to the halfway line, and De Ligt heads it strongly forward. It comes back to the Dutchman to head forwards again, looking for Sesko. Xhaka intercedes, gets the ball back to Alderete and Ballard. Ballard back to Roofs. Roofs closed down by Mbeumo, quickly gets the ball out to Ballard on the right-hand side. Up towards Siddiqui. Siddiqui has Fernandes on his shoulder, and he's played it to Traore. The ball just kept in momentarily, and then is knocked out for a throw to Sunderland. Hume will take this throw to Michele, just behind him.
Turn.
He's played it back into the middle to Dan Ballard. Ballard up to the halfway line, still in the pouring rain, gets it over to Alderete on the far side. Alderete inside to Xhaka, back again to Dan Ballard. Ballard to Siddiqui, plays it back to Roofs at the edge of the Sunderland penalty area, and Roofs swings his right foot through it, up over the halfway line. Yoro heads the ball back into the Sunderland half, straight to Dan Ballard, and on again to Lefay, battles with Ahmad, and it's Ahmad who gets the ball away, and now to Mbeumo. Is he fouled by Alderete? The referee says no. The ball with Xhaka now, and he's looking for the run of Traore into the penalty area on the right-hand side, tries to pull it back in behind Isidore though, and De Ligt will get the ball away, but only as far as Traore on the touchline. Inside again to Siddiqui. Siddiqui flicks it to Xhaka. Xhaka now to Traore again on this right-hand side. Traore has to roll the ball back into Xhaka. Xhaka's going to shoot, and he does so. It's put behind by Le Mans for a corner to Sunderland. First save by the goalkeeper.
Good play.
Good shot from Xhaka.
I think we look a lot better with the three at the back as well, Nick. I've got to say, got a little bit more support going forward, and the next goal is so important.
Oh, isn't it just?
Yeah.
As they sing Xhaka's name, the away fans behind Le Mans' goal, and Xhaka drives it into the near posts, headed away by Bruno Fernandes. It'll be a throw to Sunderland on the right-hand side here. Michele is going to come across to take this. We're in the 44th, nearly the 45th minute now. Manchester United leading 2-0. A goal now would be a great tonic for Sunderland to take into half-time. And the referee is telling Michele to step back 10 yards. It's very pedantic. It's come back to Siddiqui from the throw, not a long one in the end. Siddiqui looks up, dinks one into the penalty area. Up goes Ballard, but the keeper's caught it.
Gone right there, the keeper.
Yeah.
I think they're over the moon with that. They've seen the keeper
all the Man United fans around us here, all up on their feet applauding Le Mans for that save. Ballard in front of him. Ballard, the ball drops on his head in the centre circle, and they win a free kick, Sunderland. Siddiqui takes it quickly.
Lionel's gone down.
And wide on the left. Masuaku back inside to Xhaka on the halfway line, trying to push it on to Lefay. Back to Masuaku on that left wing. Back to Dan Ballard in the centre circle. 3 minutes will be added on. We're into those 3 minutes now. Alderete in the Manchester United half. Behind him is Xhaka. Great ball to Traore on the right side of the penalty area.
Take him on.
He's got Dalot to come past. Traore's going to take him on, is he? He is. Onto his right, across the 6-yard box. Ahmad heads it away. It's hooked further out by Fernandes to Mbumo, and Ahmad's on the run. Ahmad's away on that right wing into the Sunderland half. Down the touchline he goes. He's got Sesko calling for it in the middle, but Ahmad's still going. Slips it to Fernandes, back to Ahmad at the corner of the penalty area on the right-hand side, and he pushes it back to Mbumo, inside to Fernandes again. And here he is, the Portuguese, orchestrating things at the moment. Yoro, Ahmad, back to Fernandes. Fernandes still going, drives a terrific drive at Alderete. Comes back to Casemiro now in the middle. He pushes it back to Shaw, and Shaw dribbling down the left in his orange boots, rolls it to Dalot, also in orange boots, back to Mount in the penalty area. 3 Sunderland defenders around him. Traore tackles him, and it's a free kick to Sunderland, even though the Manchester United player is on his knees in the penalty area.
I think one thing which we haven't done in that first 45 minutes, Nick, is close the ball down. They've had so much time. You look at the 2 goals which was conceded. The first one, Mount was allowed to bring the ball down, control it, bring it down, and get his shot away, and we didn't close him down. The second one, we didn't win the first ball. He's come to Sesko, we didn't get near enough to get it blocked. He's put it in. You know, the 2 goals are disappointing what we've conceded. We've got to get tighter.
Roofs is going to take the free kick. We've played nearly 2 minutes as a minimum 3, maybe a little bit more added on for the delay it's taken to get this free kick sorted out. Roofs then, right side of the penalty area. Still raining here. Floats down the wing. Hume nods it on. Isidore was the target, but Manchester United get it clear. It's a throw to Sunderland. Technically 40 seconds left. Mukele's going to take the throw, as you'd expect. A lot of bodies going up into the Manchester United penalty area. The rain gets heavy. You can hear it above us on the roof. The ball. Hume. What happened there? Has he been kicked in the head? The ball comes to Mukele. It's put behind for a corner.
He's kicked him in the head.
Hume was kicked in the head. Now surely this will be looked at.
It's got to be a VAR.
This will have to be looked at, surely.
What's the lino doing?
Now the referee has come across to the assistant.
He's kicked him in the head.
Hume was kicked in the head and went straight down.
That's the high kick. Dangerous
and the referee,
it's dangerous place, a penalty.
He is going to give a penalty.
Gosh,
it's a penalty to Sunderland in the 48th minute now.
Look, he's kicked. Come on, Nick. What did we say? The next goal is so important.
This is a massive opportunity for Sunderland to get back in the game here. Massive opportunity. So, the referee is being spoken to by Bruno Fernandes at the moment, and the ball, yeah, he didn't even look at Hume, he just raised his foot, and was it Sesko who caught?
Come on, Lefay, give us a little bit of hope.
Enzo Lefay then is going to take the penalty, but
doing, Bruno?
Fernandes is still standing in front of the referee.
What's the referee doing?
Isidore's come to have a word with
it's gone to VAR.
Fernandes. Is this the VAR? Waiting for VAR now.
It's a penalty.
Sesko. He's having to come across here now to look at the pit. He's coming across now to look at the pitch side screen.
Nick, what's the use of that? He's asked the linesman. The linesman said it's a high kick.
Yeah.
It goes to VAR. VAR's turned round to the referee and said, you go and have a look. Take your advice from your linesman. Your linesmen have said.
No, Stuart Atwell's come down to the screen right down in front of us here.
What's this all about?
And he's watching again the incident. Sesko on the shoulder. His foot goes up, clearly catches Hume in the face, or the side of the face. And Hume goes to whip his head away out of the line of the kick, and Stuart Atwell continues to Watch the replay down in front of us here. Slow motion, is turned away now. And what is his decision?
Hold on, what's he going to say?
What is Stuart Atwell's decision? He's calling Bruno Fernandes and Granit Xhaka to him. The two players go to meet Stuart Atwell, who's now having a discussion with the pair of them, Fernandes and Xhaka, and the
Let's give a corner.
decision is a corner.
Oh, shocking.
The referee has indicated it's not a penalty. And the Manchester United fans mock the Sunderland fans.
That's shocking.
And is a corner to Sunderland.
That's a... Why? It's a high kick. High boot, sorry.
So Sunderland's hopes of getting back into the game before half-time now hang on this corner kick. From the right-hand side, Xhaka retrieves the ball and has a word with the assistant. Everybody's virtually in the 6-yard box here, including Isidore behind the goalkeeper. Xhaka drives this in towards the far post. Ballon! Oh, he's wide. It looked like he was heading it home, but he's headed it round the post. Big opportunity, and the half-time whistle's blown. And the half-time whistle blown in a moment of controversy, with Manchester United going in at the break 2-0 up, but everything's going to be talked about now is this penalty decision or not a penalty decision.
Again, Xhaka's having a word with the linesman to give it. The referee's looked at it and they've gone to VAR. VAR says to the referee to look at it. What's he looking at? And then he's decided that it's not a penalty. Come on.
Big moment for Sunderland, big moment for Sunderland that. I mean, as you say, the next goal is the most important goal. Trey Humes now walking off with the referee. We all know what he's talking about. But 2 goals to pull back at Old Trafford, it's a big ask.
It's a big ask, but
if they'd pulled one back then, it would have been such a tonic for them.
Well, the next goal, and we keep saying the next goal is so important. If it's Sunderland, then the momentum's with Sunderland. If it's Man United, game over.
Well, they certainly started to cause a few problems for Manchester United in the last 10-15
because
minutes.
they've changed the shape of the team.
You know, first half.
Lukaku can get a little bit tighter to Ahmed on that right-hand side because the dangers come on that right-hand side. Ahmed and Mbumo has caused us numerous problems, you know. So, and we haven't dealt with balls into the box, have we? Well, it's been crying out for Ballard, hasn't we? Somebody to go and head the ball, and that's what we haven't been doing. You know, the first goal, we haven't gone and closed down, give it too much space.
Big chance for him as well at the end of the first half there. So
2-0.
It does give Sunderland hope. The full second half to come, of course, on BBC Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds as the sun breaks through again here this afternoon at Old Trafford at half-time. It is Manchester United 2, Sunderland 0.
Matt Bailey at breakfast.
Every day on the show we play a game called the Canny Cryptic Clue, and this morning